I think from the onset, one, I want to say that for us, we have no problem with the court process ongoing, and we want to respect the courts and even the investigative agencies in what they are doing. And we want to allow them space and time to do the investigations as regards the issues that are before the courts on the issue of the so-called letters. But I think what is of concern to us is the weaponization of all public institutions in this country, in the succession politics of our country. What is on trial today here is not Dennis Itumbi. What is on trial today has nothing to do with letters. What is on trial today is succession politics in the Republic of Kenya. It has become customary to criminalize anything and anyone who is perceived or seen to be associated in any way with William Ruto, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. But we want to state categorically that we support President Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto as our President and our Deputy President and as our principal leaders in our Jubilee political party. Without apologies to make to anybody, the few bureaucrats who want to abuse all public institutions and to use them to coerce and intimidate people based on their political persuasions, as Honorable Sudi have said, that era is long gone and buried in the history of our country. We shall not be coerced to pursue whatever political inclination they want us to be coerced to pursue. But more importantly, on the issues at hand, is that for us, the issue is not per se whatever was in the letter. And we have said we want to respect the DCI to go ahead and carry on investigations as pertains to that letter, whether fake or not. That is up to the DCI and other investigative agencies to do their work. Just like we want to respect the court to be able to make their free and independent decisions on the matters that will be before them in court. But more importantly, we want the veracity of the allegations about the assassination of Deputy President William Ruto to be investigated without sideshows. What we are seeing today are sideshows to distract and divert our attention and the nation's attention from the issue of the assassination of Deputy President William Ruto. And I want to say, because I have been a victim of receiving death threats that are before the DCI and the IG of police, principally on my association with the Deputy President. And I have been warned I will be killed if I am seen with the Deputy President. But we are ready to die for what we believe in. Because long gone are those days where people would be coerced and intimidated to follow certain political persuasions in the fear of being killed. The era of political assassinations came to an end, and we want to bury it in the history of our republic. We will not allow anybody, however powerful you think you are. Lastly, let me say this as a member of Parliament from Central Kenya, because we have seen a lot of effort. You saw cabinet secretaries parading at DCI headquarters. A lot of effort to divert our attention from the real issue, which to me is the veracity of the allegation or the claims that there was a plot to assassinate the Deputy President. And it is my firm belief that there was never a plot by cabinet secretaries, but there might have been a plot by a cabinet secretary and a principal secretary. And that is the veracity that we want DCI and all other investigative agencies to investigate. There are certain characters, they are well known. You have seen them. And those are the same characters using all government bureaucracy at the exposure to intimidate and coerce people. But we will tell them that we shall not be coerced. We shall not be intimidated. We shall take our position and support the president and his deputy as the duly elected leaders in this country. And let them not use our institutions to fight their succession politics. There are public officers who have made it their business to even use public offices to resource some of the groups that you have seen earlier today, even disrespecting the court to the extent that they are now issuing statements purporting to direct the courts on what judgments to arrive at, directing investigators on who and when and where to investigate. And we know the sponsors of these groups. They are well known and they are using public resources. But we want to tell them that freedom is coming, and freedom is coming very soon.
Thank you so much. I also want to join my colleague to say that today is a very sad day. It's a sad day indeed because when we have fought for independence and democracy in this country, a day like today, we are seeing a very innocent young man put behind the bars for no apparent reason. As my colleague said, if it is about the letters, we have all received the letters and we have shared those letters. If that is a crime, I think half the population of this country is a crime, is committed crime. I want to say, if they really wanted to investigate matters of incitement, matters that are illegal, today our Secretary General, Jubilee Party, one Papa Tuju should have been behind the bus if there was justice in this country. Because clearly you have all seen an audio which he was really trying to remind us of a past that we wish to forget. He was talking about Kiambai Church, and we know what has happened. Where is he today? Free man. Nobody has even requested him to write a statement. What we are seeing here is intimidation. And like has been said, my friend, they have just seen the beginning. We will not be intimidated. We will fight for a liberation that we feel this country so deserves. We are tired of an era of people who don't want to let go powers. What is happening today is a case of people who want to have powers behind the back door. That we are saying no. Bring all manners of intimidation, arrest whoever you want to arrest, but those of us, or the few who remain enjoying their freedom, will fight to liberate this country. With Dennis, we are telling him you can be kept there 5 days, relax, jela imejengwa wanaume, hata na wanawake. Let him stay there, lakini justice will be served. And to those who think they are untouchable, just believe you me, your days are numbered.